Ladies and gentlemen, the following singles contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Bryce Benjamin.
Just like everywhere I say, everywhere I go, I make those pennies sexy. Don't you come and let me just here I come, coming to the ring, rocking the black. Everybody knows when I get.
And his opponent is the sure sign of the good time, Pauly Thomaselli.
This is the huge singles battle that we've all been waiting for. This is it. Arguably, two of the top contenders in all of Fusion Wrestling set to square off in a Fusion Wrestling ring right now. Thomaselli versus Benjamin. It's literally the top two contenders for the Fusion Wrestling Championship. But I think the bigger issue is, where is Nick Cutler, and when will he defend the championship next? I think that is the bigger issue. Benjamin with a go behind on Thomaselli. Both of these men so evenly matched, literally the same weight, and potentially these two have been champions virtually everywhere that they have gone, and this is literally the best against the best. There is no doubt that the winner of this match will have to earn it, and they'll have to earn it in a significant way. Go behind by Benjamin. Thomaselli trying to find an escape. Thomaselli sporting Ultimate Warrior gear as a memorial and a memorandum of former professional wrestling superstar and wrestling legend, the Ultimate Warrior, one of Thomaselli's all-time favorite intense performers in all of wrestling. Stabber takeover, and then eventually Thomaselli controls Benjamin with the front face lock. Benjamin tries to use his lower body to possibly elevate. Instead, he escapes with a hammerlock behind the body. Good chain wrestling exhibited by both men, who obviously want to prove that they're the best. Thomaselli gets out of that with a little bit of a cheap maneuver there to try to get out of it, as he continues to maintain control of the head. Benjamin, I mean, he's not here to mess around. In Fusion Wrestling already, one-on-one, one win, one loss against Steve Boz, but he demands respect inside of a Fusion Wrestling ring, and he claims no one can match him in terms of his intensity in the ring, and if there is anyone who can, it's got to be Thomaselli. Being a champion in one spot and then trying to be the champion everywhere he goes, this is something that Benjamin wants more than anything. Huge release, and Benjamin takes down Thomaselli with that running shoulder block. Dropped down by Thomaselli. Benjamin rolls. Then he applies the head scissors takeover, a Hurricane Rana, and a drop kick. The quickness of Benjamin, too much for Thomaselli in the early going. Runs and Thomaselli moves. Benjamin crashes in the corner, and Thomaselli most likely will continue to use his high impact offense to make Benjamin pay in the corner. One win by either man would obviously place them as a top contender for the Fusion Wrestling Championship. Without a doubt, Benjamin crashes into the corner. Thomaselli on a 6-match winning streak. This could be his 7th. While Thomaselli crashes, left shoulder collides into the top turnbuckle pad. Head scissors applied, and then Thomaselli's head crashed into the middle turnbuckle pad. Those turnbuckle pads are literally a very thin layer of padding, and underneath a solid steel ring that keeps the ropes in place. Hip toss negated for that running lariat. There was no way to deny Thomaselli on that one. And he knocked Benjamin for a loop, taking him right down onto the front of his face. Almost face planting him on that drop. It's like the double whammy. You got the impact of the clothesline, and then you got the landing, which just makes it twice as bad and worse than ever before. Thomaselli, with numerous kicks, continues to stalk Benjamin, and now has both arms bent behind the legs of Thomaselli as Thomaselli reigns with forearm strikes over and over again across the chest of Benjamin. That last cross with the right arm just smashed the chin and the jaw of Benjamin, even worse than it already was. This is a true test for both men, champions and rival organizations, TV exposure at stake. And there have been a lot of conversations about upcoming professional wrestling organizations starting up with TV exposure. Benjamin in particular will be a featured performer on IWA, International Wrestling Association, which will have tapings inside of this arena in the near future. Legs scissored, one on top of the other. This is a very painful hamstring stretch along that left leg. Benjamin might not have an option other than to submit, and Thomaselli sits down on it. That doesn't look good. Benjamin hurting more and almost got pinned there.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
Thomaselli to the ropes. Knee drop planted right up against the bearded jaw and chin of Benjamin, and that was a nasty fall. And I don't know if Thomaselli is fully believing that Benjamin can match him move for move in this ring. It clearly is the situation of one man defending his terrain and another man who's just the ultimate hater. And there it is, sunset flip by Benjamin, but Thomaselli just crushed Benjamin's head, and then that big boot made it worse. Benjamin being brutalized in this ring at the moment by a hard-hitting and a grappling, striking technician of the squared circle. Thomaselli proving it right now that he is clearly one of the best in the Midwest, if not the very best, and championship gold would cement his claim. I'm sure whether Nick Cutler is in the building or not, he would love to find out the exact situation as to who wins and how, because one of these two men could be his next opponent. Benjamin ducking and turning, a nice spinning heel kick, lays out Thomaselli as both men are down. Now the count being administered by referee Doug Simmons. This battle between top contenders in Fusion Wrestling, it's literally number 1 versus number 2. There is nothing that matters more than being the top contender for championship gold. And these two are going at it with so much intensity, with so much inner passion that they want to win at all costs. Flying forearm by Benjamin. Running clothesline. Here's Benjamin on a roll. Picks up Thomaselli and drops him with a body slam. Oh, this might be it. Benjamin's going to climb those ropes. As he prepares, he stands. What's he going to do from here? Big elbow drop. Crashing through the chest and the heart of Thomaselli. Benjamin could have this one. Oh, Thomaselli shoots that right shoulder up. Great action inside of the Fusion Arena. It's Saturday afternoon, May the 3rd, 2014. Fusion Arena, Fusion Wrestling. A big fundraising campaign and a big event here for Kijo Karate, in addition to Young School of Martial Arts. And we've got a lot of fans in attendance who have a very vested interest in seeing what happens next. Thomaselli avoids the suplex by landing on his feet. Thomaselli going for the fisherman bomb, and Benjamin did not have an answer. He crumbled on that drop, and finally Benjamin was able to elevate upwards. Wow, Benjamin took all of the drop right there onto his head and neck and shoulders. That was a nasty drop. And this is really an intense battle between two tough warriors of the squared circle. And I'm not sure, as this back and forth match continues, I'm not sure who has the advantage if this goes the distance. Thomaselli might be signaling for the end. Places Bryce's head between his legs, cinches him in, picks him up for a power bomb. Benjamin with a nice head scissors takeover, snapping Thomaselli onto his back. Oh my! He flatlined him. I think he dropped him right on his face. The face plant. Take that chicken. You might need a pencil. Oh, man. 2 and 11/12. Thomaselli just a fraction of a count away from suffering a defeat. Thomaselli's winning streak on the line. Benjamin's opportunity to be the top contender for Fusion Wrestling Gold. The kneecaps now exposed off of both knee pads being shifted downwards by Benjamin. Only those metal knee supports. And there it is. He got him with that chest cracker. Thomaselli's motionless. Doug Simmons counting. Thomaselli again showing why he is an elite performer in the ring. They will have to take something even more dangerous and vicious to put Thomaselli away in this ring tonight. And Benjamin has that left elbow exposed. And you thought that the forearm strikes delivered by Thomaselli earlier were nasty. Imagine if Benjamin hits him with this one. Missed. And Thomaselli caught him. Fireman's carry, but instead it's like a... Look at the power of Thomaselli. Press release slam backwards, and Benjamin takes the face plant in the ring. Thomaselli, shooting star press to the lower back. That's it. Thomaselli has put Benjamin away tonight.
Wrestling fans, here is your winner, the sure sign of a good time, Pauly Thomaselli!
He's not saluting the fans. Forget about the good time. Thomaselli has put Benjamin away in decisive fashion here tonight with that huge press slam. And then laying him out even further with that nasty drop. Pauly Thomaselli has just proven himself in Fusion Wrestling tonight that he is the man to beat, that he has very few if any equals in this ring. Benjamin gave it his all, but he suffers the defeat tonight at the hands of Pauly Thomaselli.